Good morning, students. Today we are going to read chapter 14, and the chapter name is Forests of India. I hope you all know what is the meaning of forest. Means an area of land that is fully covered with trees is called forest. Now let's see the chapter. A forest refers to a large area of land covered with naturally growing trees, grass, and bushes. Naturally means in a natural way, and bushes, a shrub or bush, is a small to medium sized woody plants. These are called bushes. So, an area of land is fully covered with naturally growing trees, shrubs, and grasses. That is called forest. Forests are home to many types of wild animal. As you know, in forest there are many different types of animals live. In simple language we can say forest is the home of wild animals. Now let's see importance of forest. Forests are also an important natural resource. In previous chapter I already told about the natural resources like land, water, forest, air. These are called natural resources. So forest is one of them. Means forest is also an important natural resource. They provide us with many useful things. We get many useful things from the forest, because in forest there are different types of trees, bushes, and grasses that is used in different ways. First point, they provide nuts, berries, and fruits to us. Forest give us nuts, means all types of nuts, and berries, a small soft fruit with seed, is called berries. So forest give us nuts, berries, and fruits. Second point, they provide shelter to wildlife and fodder to animals. Forest give the animals shelter. Shelter means house to live. And wildlife means bird, plants, animals, etc. that are wild and live in a natural environment is called wildlife. Birds, plants, animals, etc. that are wild and live in a natural environment is called wildlife. And fodder means food that is given to farm animals. Farm animals means like cows, buffaloes, horse. These are called farm animals. So forest give the wildlife to shelter or to house and food to animals. Third point, they provide us with hardwood and softwood used for making wood pulp, paper, plywood, and matchsticks. Wood pulp means wood that has been broken into small pieces and pressed until it is soft. Wood pulp is used for making paper also. And plywood means a board made of sticking several thin layers of wood together is called plywood. And matchsticks, the thin wooden part of a match, matchsticks that is we use to make the fire. So forests give the hardwood and softwood also, and these woods are used in different ways to make different things like paper, plywood, matchsticks, etc. Next point, more than 40% of the fuel of the world is supplied by forest. Fuel means material that is burned to produce heat or power is called fuel. And supplied means to give or provide something is called supplied. So more than 40% of the fuel is supplied by the forest in whole the world. Forests provide medicinal plants and herbs. Medicinal means such type of plants that is used to make the medicines or that is used as medicines. And herbs, a plant whose leaves, seeds, etc. are used in medicine or in cooking is called herbs. So forest provide us medicinal plants and herbs. The trees of rainforest also provide medicines. We get the different types of medicines from the forest. And rainforest means a forest that receives very heavy rainfall. So the trees of rainforest that also provides the medicines. Next point, they provide products like gum, rubber, resin, cork and camphor. Gum, it means a substance that we use to stick things together. It is called gum. And rubber, that is a type of rubber is a type of plant is used to make many things like bags, bottles, erasers and different types of things. Resin means a sticky substance that is produced by some trees. We get resins from the trees and is used making varnish or medicines. Cork, a light soft material which comes from the outside of a type of tree is called cork. And camphor, that is a white volatile crystalline substance with an aromatic smell, means that smell is nice and that taste is bitter. And camphor is used in many types of oils also, that is called kapoor also. So we get gum, rubber, resin, cork and camphor from the forest. Now let's see forest in India. India ranks 10th in the world and 4th in Asia in terms of plant diversity. Diversity means difference. According to the difference of the plants, India is on the 10th rank, and in Asia this is on the 4th rank. The forest in India can be divided into 5 major groups. Means there are 5 types of forest can be found in India. Number 1, evergreen tree forest. Number 2, deciduous forest. Number 3, thorn forest. Number 4, coniferous forest. Number 5, tidal forest. Now we will learn about these all types of forest in details. Now let's see about evergreen forest. that trees found in these forests do not shed all their leaves at the same time. There are two types of trees. One that shed their leaves, shed means fall. They fall their leaves at the same time, all the leaves. And few trees are there, they shed their leaves part by part, not at the same time they fall there all the leaves. So evergreen trees are there. These trees do not shed, means they do not fall there all the leaves at the same time. Thus means so the forest appears green throughout the year. Appear means to seem or to look, and throughout means whole. So because of this, these type of forest looks green whole the year. Evergreen forests are located in the region which receive heavy rainfall throughout the year in India, and we get the evergreen forest only in that area of India. There is that area receives heavy rainfall whole the year. Means in simple language we can say evergreen trees are found in that area there is heavy rainfall receives. These forests are found in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Tripura, slopes of Western Ghats, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. I hope you all understood that in these all the states we found evergreen forest in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Tripura, and slopes of Western Ghats, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now see which trees are evergreen trees. See important trees given: rosewood, sandalwood, bamboo, teak, ebony, and mahogany are some important trees found in these forests. Means these all are evergreen trees. Rosewood means hard dark wood from a tropical tree that has a pleasant smell. Pleasant means very nice smell and is used for making expensive furniture. Rosewood is used to make the expensive furniture and its smell is also very nice. Sandalwood means that is a type of light colored hardwood of an evergreen trees that gives sweet smelling oil which is used to make pleasant smelling liquid. Liquid means perfume. Means sandalwood is used to make the things pleasant smell, like that is used in perfumes, is used in oils, is used in soap, etc. Bamboo, that is also a tall tropical plant of the grass family. Bamboo is also a member of grass family, and that is also used to make the furniture. Bamboo is also used to make the huts and some other types of things, and when house is making by the masons, no, so that time they also use bamboo. Teak means the strong hardwood of a tall Asian tree, and it's also especially used for making furniture. Ebony, that a hard black wood. Ebony had a hard black wood, and mahogany is a hard dark reddish brown wood that is used for making furniture. Means here mostly they are using to make the furniture. And these all are evergreen trees. Now let's see about the deciduous forest. The term deciduous means falling off at maturity or tending to fall off. Means deciduous means they fall their leaves when they mature, and tending means to usually do, that is called tending. In these forest, trees shed their leaves annually. Means in annually means one time in a year is called annually. So these forest shed means fall their leaves once in a year. These forests are also known as monsoon forest. Deciduous forest is also known as monsoon forest. Deciduous forests cover more than half of India's forest. Means there is half part of forest in India is covered with deciduous forest. These forests are found in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. In these all the states we found deciduous forest. Now let's see the deciduous trees, means important trees. The important trees of deciduous forest are teak, sal, sandalwood, bamboo and shisham. Sal is a North Indian tree, and shisham is also a tree, and that is used to make the doors, window frames, furniture, and especially that is used to make the cabinets, and its pulp is used to make the paper. So these are important trees of deciduous forest. Now let's see about the thorn forest. Thorn means, in rose plant we get the thorn that is very sharp. If we by mistake keep the hand on the thorn, so their blood is flowing on, that is thorn, a very sharp thing. The trees of these forests are scattered, short and thorny. Thorn forest trees are scattered means spread over a large area, and thorny means having the thorn. These forest trees having the thorns, and these are scattered or spread over a large area. The thorn forest are also known as desert forest. As you know, in desert area that receives the very less water. Because of this, in desert area always only thorny plants are grown there. So thorn forests are also known as desert forest. These forests are located in areas that have very less rainfall. You can see I have already told, means which place that receives very less rainfall, on that place thorn forests are located or available. These forests are mainly found in Rajasthan and in parts of Gujarat and Punjab. Means in these three states we get the thorn forest, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Punjab. But in Gujarat only in few parts. Now let's see important trees of thorn forest. Kikar, babool and date palm are the main three trees found here. In thorn forest, kikar, babool and date palms are the main tree. Kikar, babool both having the thorns, And date palms is a plant and its fruit is used as the medicines. People use juice from the date palm for cough and breathing problem. Now let's see coniferous forest. The trees found in coniferous forest are tall, cone-shaped, which have needle-like leaves. Needle means a small, thin, sharp metal that is used for stitching, like thorn. So those trees found in coniferous forest is very tall, cone shaped, and that leaves are very sharp. The needle shaped leaves of these trees help the snow to slide during winters. In winters there is ice fall or snowfall. So these leaves are very sharp like the needles. Because of this, snow is not collected on the trees, means that move smoothly. Slide means to move smoothly. These trees survive in cold temperature. Coniferous plants or coniferous trees we found in cold places. Survive means to live, means they live in cold temperature places. These forests are mostly found on the slopes of the Himalayas. Coniferous trees are mostly found in the Himalayas on the slopes. Slopes means a surface or a piece of land that goes up or down. The coniferous forests are found in Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and Arunachal Pradesh. In these all the states we found coniferous forest. Now let's see important trees of coniferous forest. The important trees found in these forests are pine, fir, oak, devdar, and spruce. These all are trees names. Fir, that also has very sharp leaves and that do not fall off their leaves in winter. Oak is a large tree with hardwood that is common in many northern parts of the world. Means oak trees we can found in northern part of the world. And devdar is a large evergreen coniferous trees. Means devdar is evergreen as well as coniferous tree also, and that is commonly found in the Himalayas. And spruce are widespread coniferous trees. Now let's see about the tidal forest. The tidal forests are found on the deltas along the coast. Deltas means a flat land shaped like triangle where a river is divided into smaller parts as it goes in sea. This is called delta. So tidal forests are found near the deltas on the coast. Coast means sides of the seas or side of the river. They are also known as mangrove forest. Tidal forests are also known as or also called mangrove forest. The trees of these forests can survive in fresh as well as salty water of the sea. Means tidal forest can be found in both places, in fresh water or in salty water. Sea's waters are salty, so that can be survived there also. As the land where mangrove trees grow is extremely marshy, the roots of these trees tend to come out of the surface of the soil. So these types of trees grow in marshy places. Marshy means that place is always wet and muddy. So these trees are found on the marshy places. Extremely means very. And the roots of these trees that trend means happens, that happens to come out the surface of the soil. West Bengal has the biggest stretch of mangrove forest known as the Sundarbans. Sundarban is in West Bengal, and that is the biggest area of mangrove forest. Now let's see important trees of tidal forest. Sundarbans get their name from the Sundari trees growing here. You know why that name is Sundarban? Because their tree is found, that name is Sundari. Because of Sundari, that name is Sundarbans. You know, Sundar means beautiful and Bans, that is forest. Now let's see wildlife. Animals, birds and insects that are wild and live in a natural environment are collectively called wildlife. Collectively means as a group. Means those animals, birds and insects are wild. They live in a natural environment like in forest. They are called wildlife. India has a rich variety of animals and birds. Variety means types. In India there are many types of animals and birds can be found. Our government has provided home to these wild animals by making various national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Our government made the national parks and wildlife sanctuaries to make these animals, birds, plants to safe. Wildlife sanctuaries means a safe place for birds, animals and plants. Now see conservation of wildlife means how to protect the wildlife. Killing of animals is strictly prohibited in the sanctuaries and national parks. Means that our government provide us sanctuaries and national parks, so there is to kill the animals or to kill the birds is strictly avoided. Means that is prohibited. No one can kill the animal there. This helps in the survival of the endangered species of animals, and because of this no one can kill their animal. So because of this there are some endangered species means there are few animals in the present time, they are very less number left, they are called endangered species. So because of this their living is possible in wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Means because of this, like tigers, lions, they are not too much, they are less. So because of this they can safely live in national parks or they can live in wildlife sanctuaries. No one can kill there.